Madam Speaker, my colleagues, and our honored guest, today we honor our 16th President, Abraham Lincoln. We also honor the work of the Lincoln Bicentennial Commission, and all year long they are holding hundreds of events and conferences all across America to celebrate Lincoln's legacy. Lincoln was the primary connection between what the Founding Fathers said in the Declaration about equality and the inevitable march of freedom and rights to all Americans after the Civil War. As we all know from our history, our empire in the South after the invention of the cotton gin. It was an empire based on toil of 3 million African American slaves kept in fear by the lash and denied education by law. Families were torn apart and sold. Abraham Lincoln's rise to the White House paralleled the mounting tension in America over slavery. And by 1854, the Republican Party was formed to oppose slavery's advancement in the territories. And by 1858, Lincoln himself warned that a house divided could not stand. Like most leaders then, Lincoln could see but could do little to slow the downward spiral and the unhinging of our Union. 6 weeks after his election in November of 1860, was dissolved. The war ultimately claimed more American lives than all other wars that we've been involved in. Between 1861 and 1865, 620,000 Americans died in battle or by disease. This was 2% of the entire U.S. population at the time, the equivalent of 6 million Americans today. It's difficult to imagine the full weight of the burden that Abraham Lincoln carried during his years as president. You can see in his pictures throughout the war the weight of the responsibility and the deepening lines in his face. But in one of his last pictures, near the end of the fighting, Lincoln has a look of relief and compassion, one of his greatest qualities. He meant it when he said, for all. And it was this compassion that even the South looked to at the end. There was a somber, awesome destiny associated with Abraham Lincoln. His second inaugural address makes clear that Lincoln believed that he was selected by destiny, by providence, to lead a nation through a great crisis. And he believed that the nation would survive and keep the promise of the Declaration. The enduring legacy of Lincoln was not perfect. It was not a perfect America, but it was a united America, ready to live out its destiny. An America ready to take its place in the world. An America ready to serve as the best example of freedom and liberty. Today, as a nation, we proudly carry on President Lincoln's legacy, his vision of a strong and free America. Happy birthday, Mr. President.